suppose over the last 20 years, watching Maiden grow from strength to strength, I've also been involved family-wise because my daughter went on tour with Maiden, looking after the children, looking after Steve's children, because she's still very good friends with the family and Steve's kids. So she did a lot of work with Steve and Lorraine and everyone. But I followed them up to a stage where I thought personally that they started shooting themselves in the foot. There's certain, you know, people can say it's personal opinions. My personal opinion is that I thought Bruce was brilliant. I thought he lifted the band up to the next level, and I watched them grow from strength to strength, run to the hills. That's what lifted the band off, and the commercial side of it. I don't actually know what went on with the lineup changes. You know, when you're working with Steve and Rod, anything could happen. Paul went, Clive went, Dave was the only one left. Slowly, people come and go. So it's not that you I suppose what I'm trying to say is you lose interest. A couple of lineup changes that they've chosen, I thought was completely wrong. But that's not for me to worry about because it's their choice. I think they know that they shot themselves in the foot by getting certain people in the band that just couldn't do the job. I don't know why they did it. They didn't have to rush into it. But looking back, watching the band and watching them grow, there was a stage where they nearly lost it because people got fed up with who's in the band now, and then to go back and say, okay, we want Bruce back in the band. Now Bruce must say, well, I'm coming back in the band, but I want Adrian back in the band as well. So then you end up having a band with 3 guitarists in, and it's all personal tastes, but the band were fine. You know, they didn't have to go to the extreme of all the lineup changes. As I say, I don't know why things happen like that. I don't know why Clive went. I don't know why Paul went. It's none of my business. But at the end of the day, you do lose interest in something that goes through year in and year out. And then when you hear someone say, you know, you read reviews and you hear people say that, you know, the tours are being cut short or the attendance of the tours are not what they expected, then you're doing it yourself. There was no need to really do anything to upset anybody, but it's their choice. You can't knock it. They've become one of the biggest bands in the world. Luckily, because they have so much, I think, so much support through fans around the world, they were able to go through that little lull of uncertainty and come back and bounce back and carry on. I think Bruce, without Bruce, I don't know. I think he's one of those. He's come into the band. He's lifted them up to the next level. We've Run to the Hills, the second album or the third album. He's taken the band up, and personally, I think he's a brilliant showman. So, you know, I don't know why the lineup changes, but you do. I personally lost interest because you think, well, now what's happened? If you're a dedicated fan, you're not going to lose interest. But with me being a musician that moved on with Lionheart and then now with Praying Mantis, I don't get a lot of time to think about what they're doing. It's nice to see that they are still one of the biggest bands in the world, but I do believe that they have learned by their mistakes in big way.